can't. I'm dying.
Yeah.
Cool.
Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. This is the next video in the series.
Welcome Whiskey Vault.
I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Still talking.
It's fine. It's fine. This is fine.
This is a gift from Magnificent Bastards, Rocky and Wendy Nichols.
Rocky and Wendy Nichols, you magnificent bastards. All right. Sagamore Spirit. Oh, I don't think we've had Distiller Select.
No? Okay. And this is not just Distiller Select.
Okay.
We liked Sagamore and their rye. We've had it before.
Yeah.
We've got, 6 versions of Sagamore over there.
Goodness.
But this is their rye finished in vermouth, bitters, and cherry brandy barrels.
Okay.
Vermouth, multiple different barrels.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find a grid for some reference here.
Well,
vermouth.
My brain says this is their version of a Manhattan.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
And they got to it by aging their whiskey in all the ingredients of a Manhattan.
So, I mean, the finishing barrel can add an impact, but a Manhattan has actual ingredient mixed in.
Yeah. But see, in a Manhattan, vermouth, right? Yeah. Sometimes a cherry garnish.
Yeah.
Sweet vermouth and cherry garnish.
Right.
And maybe some bitters if you're being weird about it.
But my point is, I don't think a finishing barrel can add enough.
It's not.
Right.
But this is how you make a cocktail.
Okay. Yeah.
And still release it.
I'm down to try.
As a whiskey.
Yeah. We'll see.
And I thought that was kind of clever.
Yeah. It's a surprisingly dark color, but I don't know if I should be surprised considering all of the finishing stuff.
Yeah.
It's lighter on the nose than what that color would lead you to believe.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking it just smells like their rye.
Yeah, it is very kind of an appley, caramelly, herbal rye.
I'm looking for the cherry or the brandy sweetness or the vermouth wine note. And I could argue I'm getting a hint of that vermouth because of that sort of mustiness, but it's faint. It's really faint. Mm-hmm. I'm getting more barrel than anything else.
It does, you give it a second, it opens up a bit.
Yeah.
Like some whiskeys, you put it in the nose and then you acclimate to stuff and it's harder to find. The more I keep going back to this, it's opening up, it's blossoming a bit.
It's still dominantly rye. And so actually is nice that it's released as a rye finished in these things, and it's definitely delivering more like a rye.
Yeah, I'm getting some root beer, a little bit of brown sugar.
Yeah, I get root beer a lot.
Yeah.
Let's see. There it is. There's the brandy.
Oh.
It gets really candy sweet.
Can I see? If I'm in a cocktail mood, I would like that.
Oh yeah, put that on one rock.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, there's a cherry note that I was not finding on the nose.
And it's very whiskey forward, which I prefer in a cocktail. It's not overly candied or overly doctored.
Yeah.
It's not bad if you're thinking cocktail.
Yeah, if you're thinking whiskey, it is a bit too sweet, at least for me.
Say, pour me
definitely
a rye.
for you.
Maybe.
Yeah, there is like a sugary sweet, like the level of sugar you would expect in a nice cocktail. But
it's very good.
I know it is. It is. Again, I keep wanting to make sure we're clear. If you are going into a cocktail frame of mind, this could be lovely.
Yeah. They call this a Manhattan finish. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
I'm looking for the proof and not finding it.
And it's categorized as a whiskey, not as a...
103 proof, 51.5% alcohol. This would be the most high-proof Manhattan you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, because usually you start with, like 45%, and then you dilute it with layers.
Add things, a cherry, Yeah,
that could get you in trouble. I would not guess that high of an ABV.
I would guess higher than normal.
I would have said like 100 proof.
Yeah, I could do that, yeah. Okay, now I wasn't going to do this, but we're going to do it. And so they sent another bottle.
You keep finding more notes. This is nice. This is interesting. I find more notes the more I go back.
They sent another bottle.
Oh.
And it's from High West, which I thought, well, that's cool.
It doubles down on almost the licorice quality in that root beer note.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They sent another bottle from High West, and I thought, I've never seen a bottle like this from High West.
Neither
This will be cool. And then I looked at it, and I was like, oh, it's a Manhattan.
Oh, so they did...
It's a barreled Manhattan. They made a Manhattan and put it in a barrel, and then they bottled it.
So,
right?
I love me some High West.
Yeah, so this is the same people.
Yeah.
We would never have reviewed this, because we don't review mixed drinks or cocktails.
Yeah.
But AB, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is damn near a cocktail, even though it's
So-
a whiskey, and this is...
I would argue that this is Sagamore saying we're pretending to make a Manhattan, but it's a rye. And this is High West saying, it's a Manhattan. But it is, the difference is that I think what High West made is literally just a barreled cocktail.
What was the ABV?
Because they're not releasing it as a whiskey.
Did you say the
at all.
ABV on that?
This one, 37.
Okay.
So
Definitely.
20, it's like 13% lower than the other one. And that is an absolute cocktail right there.
Yeah, I get to craft cola.
Yeah. And it's very ethanol forward. And that vermouth, that wine, that sweet, tangy wine note is standing, sweet vermouth is right up top.
I'm not mad at it. I feel compelled to put this on ice, though.
Yeah, but smell that, and you'll see how the Sagamore smells more like actual whiskey.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
so this takes you back to like real whiskey. This is definitely a cocktail.
And then there's a dusting of like a cinnamon and a nutmeg almost on that?
It does, taste it. Oh, hey, and now you're 100% cocktail.
Oh, that is sweet.
Very sweet. But a Manhattan is pretty sweet. I mean, not sweet like a margarita or something like that, but it's, as far as a whiskey-forward cocktail goes, Manhattans can be pretty sweet.
Oh, I get like a cinnamon milk.
A horchata?
Yeah, I get a horchata finish. I like me a horchata
It's good,
finish.
right?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do a cocktail and not have to make anything at home, just pour this over ice.
The sweetness on this
pretty
took
great.
an interesting path. So the very first split second you taste it, it's like, oh my God, that's a lot of sugar. But then every single moment that goes by, that sweetness just kind of fades. It doesn't just cling. A lot of sweet things, they just are so clingy. They're grabbing on for dear life. They just want to bludgeon you with that sugar.
What clings is the vermouth, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not the sugar, though.
I'm getting a wine kind of clinginess.
Not the sugar.
Yeah.
I kind of like both of those.
I-
This needs to be on ice.
This needs to be a cocktail. This one, I could actually enjoy this as is in a glass if I was in the mood for something this direction. But you gotta be real careful with that, man. That'll drink so easy and then kick your ass.
At 55%,
Yeah.
you're going to have a good time until you have a bad time.
Yeah.
We have Vortex, censored but not Thank you for teaching me what words I can and can't use next Thanksgiving.
Yeah. There's been a lot of comments about about the iffy fun.
Yeah, so we have
Censoring.
a Vault editor that I have put on the Vault channel for a few episodes. This is how I teach people. Because I caught it. And I told him this. This isn't like a surprise. I told him this. I saw the words that didn't get bleeped.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? Whatever I say to him will be 1/10 as memorable as him checking the video, looking at the comments, and having that,
Yeah.
This is how we learn.
Yeah.
White Bread's Reserve. Loving the content, guys. Stuck in the hospital for Thanksgiving. Dude. Came in Tuesday for an MRI. Admitted for a welcome surprise. You have, he's got multiple sclerosis.
Multiple
He's
sclerosis.
got MS. Not getting home until next Thursday now. Make some extra content and pour one for me, fine bastards. Dude.
Man.
Yeah, man.
I've had 2 friends diagnosed with MS, and that sucks.
I've had one.
And good on you.
Yeah. My friend, I mean, it's manageable for what it's worth, but that's really bad news.
Yeah,
Sorry to hear
depending
that,
on the
man.
diagnosis.
Yeah, here's to you, sir. Onward.
Yeah, cheers to you.
Yeah. You know what? You at a glance, you described these to me, and I was like, I'm not. We'll see.
Kind of fun, though.
Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Pleasantly surprised.
Still like Sagamore better.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm going back to this. I still want it with
Going
ice.
back to the cocktail?
I still want it with ice.
Is it because it's lower proof?
No, I tell you what. It's that creamy cinnamon finish, that horchata finish.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for a horchata finish.
Let's see if the editor catches that one.
I long time.
Like I said, let's...
See if the editor catches that one.
Let it ride, Cook. Let it ride. All right. Once more, horchata finish. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal your liver's heart.
And if you drink,
May you drink with us.